at 9 p.m. at the time I said, not kind of 20 minutes later, which shows the internet is working pretty good tonight. And I guess it shows that I'm working reasonably well tonight. How well, we will find out as the evening progresses. It is just about to be Sun in Pisces. Put my cup down there. The sun has been in Aquarius for ages, and in astrology, the sun is the boss. You know, all the light we see reflected from the moon is actually coming from the sun as it's on the other side of the world. So the sun is kind of the boss of what's going down. We've got Mercury Retrograde at the moment, which is not making communication easy at all. Actually, it's been a bit of a tricky time for a lot of people. I'm very lucky myself. I wasn't lucky at the time, but I'm lucky now. Just before Mercury retrograde, I had loads and loads of problems with travel and transport and stuff like that. Not too much trouble with communication, I'm very happy to say. And I'm looking forward to Saturday night, because I'm going to take a service on Zoom for the Amadeity spiritualist group. I don't know much about them yet. I haven't met them. But that is all about mediumship. That is all about kind of communicating with the other side. Just got a notification saying now live on my channel, me. So maybe other people are going to start seeing this soon. I can see we've got one watching. Good evening to you, whoever you are, wherever you are. And thanks for joining me. So yeah, I'm really hoping that on Saturday, you know, we don't have any of this Mercury retrograde craziness. And with a bit of luck, we won't, because Saturday, the 20th of February, 2021, is the day that the first Mercury retrograde of 2021 ends. And there are only actually going to be 3. So that, I think, is pretty cool. Hi, Adrienne. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. And Sam is here. It's great. You talk for a couple of minutes and you wonder if anyone's going to come on tonight. And I don't know why I wonder that, because people always do. I can see there are 5 on board at the moment. Hi, April. Hi, Rosa. You missed your card last time. Oh, yeah, that was that test reading I did, wasn't it? Yeah, I was testing a different way of streaming. It's just, you know, you can use different backgrounds and make it a bit more exciting. But that was from my computer, and I just couldn't make it work, basically. That's the trouble. Only an iPhone works, and I'd love to get out of iPhone prison, because I keep having to buy iPhones, and they are not cheap, but they do last a while, so I can't complain about that. Exciting news. I'm going to be taking part in a video with Celtic Tarot Sheila on the 12th of March, so I'll talk loads about that on the way there. I'm really looking forward to that, actually. But hi, Eunice. People are coming in at a pace now. Good evening, Nicola. Nice to see you. Just got the notification. Yeah, YouTube takes its time with the notifications, but I don't know, it lets me kind of slide into the thing gently. Adrienne, I'm going to do you a card right now. I can't remember what card it was, so we'll just kind of start afresh here. But I do remember it was the Moonology deck, because that was the only deck that I had in my hand when I was making that test video. And thanks all for coming into that test video, actually. It's really helpful the way people show up, because it was just 5 minutes to see if it worked. And it did work. So Adrienne, for you, this one now, and I'm sure this wasn't the one that came up for you, actually. I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't this one. But this is the one that's here now. This is the energy of the moment, Adrienne, as we come towards Sun in Pisces, full moon in Virgo, and it says, you are good enough. Now, Adrienne, because I've, you know, had the pleasure of sort of doing a reading for you and worked with you and whatever in the past. I know you're a very confident lady, but sometimes this card is particularly bringing it out. Sometimes that confidence goes down a bit, and that's only because you care about getting it right. You know, whatever you're doing, you're someone who likes to get it right. But this card is saying you are good enough, Adrienne. You really are good enough. And it's full moon in Virgo is the energy of this card. And so, you know, that's when the energy really builds up and everyone needs everything to be perfect. Well, don't forget ever that no one is perfect. Nature isn't perfect. We're not meant to be perfect beings, you know. So that's hit the moment just right, is it, Adrienne? I'm glad to hear it. Just don't worry about perfection. Okay, if you're really perfect, you kind of scare people off and nothing ends up getting done. Happy birthday to you, Madhu. And a big thank you, by the way, to everyone who's been sending donations in through the coffee page at ko-fi.com/Andy's readings. That is brilliant. I just love the way that support comes in. I'm feeling the love, and it makes life a fair bit easier at this end, which is really nice. You know, I really enjoy that. Rosa, and did you see Buccaneer Mortgage giving us a mortgage? Me and my husband. Okay. Well, let me just kind of focus in on that. I'm drawn to use this pendulum for this, so that, you know, things are going to heal. I feel that kind of things aren't all that easy for you and your husband. And I don't mean as a couple, I just mean things aren't all that easy. And some healing is needing to come in. We've got a yes to the healing, right? What about the mortgage specifically? I don't know about Buccaneer, Rosa. I don't know about Buccaneer. What I think is it's going to go okay. That's what I feel. That's what I'm being told. But you may end up with a different mortgage company. It's all going to be the same, though. You know, it's all going to kind of come out in the wash and everything's going to be okay. So don't fear it, Rosa. Okay, we've got a nice positive indication from the pendulum there. And I wish you all the best with that. I'm sure we all wish you all the best with that on the group here as we're doing it. Hi, Philip. Yes, an angel card for you coming up very shortly. And did we see that Celtic Sheila is here? Well, hello to you, Celtic Sheila. I can't see the old notification thing popping up there, but nice to have you with us, Celtic Sheila. Hello, Elvira. Hey, hello, room. Hello to you too, from the room and from me. So glad you could join us tonight. Hi. Okay, Jennifer Durocher, wondering if my daughter is making the right decision regarding her baby daddy. Well, now then. Okay. It's the right decision in the general scheme of things. Okay, it might worry you at the moment that it's not seeming like the right decision long term. And if the situation was to go on like it is long term, it wouldn't be a good decision. But it's actually going to make him think. That's the thing. She knows him quite well. She knows him in an intimate way. And it's going to bring the right situation into being. Okay, so it might seem like a crazy decision, but it's a good decision with the energy of the moment. It's a good decision in the here and now, because it's going to draw in the right influences and the right things later on. So hope that helps you. Thanks so much for your question. Hello, Disobey. You haven't missed much at all. You've missed a teeny bit, but really not much. Philip Corrigan, please give me an angel card reading. One card. Thank you. Okay. Angel cards. Let's get the box open. It's a very old deck, this, but the box has never worn out. Yep, she will, Jennifer. Don't worry about it, my friend. Hey, Twainer, good to see you on here. Good to see you. And by the way, I'm going to be giving a free reading away soon. I'll announce who it's for in the very next video that comes up. Okay, I just have been a bit lazy. I haven't got around to doing it yet. But if you'd like to win, do hit the old subscribe button there. If you subscribe and just kind of leave me a comment that you're interested in the free reading, hopefully a free reading will be yours sooner or later. Philip Corrigan, for you, we have got this one. It's the Earth. Is it? Yes, it is. It's the Earth. Well, you asked for one, but two came out. That's the nature of life. The Earth, Archangel Ariel. Get yourself grounded, my friend. That is where you link to all the good stuff. Disobey, just want some decks on eBay, and I'm about to cleanse them now. Good for you. Good for you. eBay's a great thing, actually. A lot of people associate it with the craziness of the internet, and that's a true thing. But it's so random that you can be guided, you can be drawn, and the people selling the things can be drawn to sort of do the right thing and make the right thing happen. So Philip, the Earth, Ariel. Also with that, we've got Archangel Gabriel, communication. Crazy days for communication at the moment because of Mercury Mercury retrograde, but keep trying to communicate as well as you can, Philip, and just keep yourself grounded there, my friend. Okay, hope that helps. Elvira. Yes, it's very true, isn't it? Disobey, yeah. I often recommend that people look for crystals on eBay, and what crazy, but nine times out of 10 you're guided to exactly the right crystal that way. It's astonishing how it can happen. But when you think of it, you've got the whole world for the psychic influences to work with, rather than just going into one shop and picking up one crystal. So not a bad idea at all. I'll say one thing about eBay though, Disobey, and everyone. I used to make wands. Unfortunately, my hands are a bit shaky now, and I don't. I'm getting old. God, it happens to us all, and I can't get them nice and lined up straight anymore. So I stopped. But quite a while ago, when I was making wands, I ordered a load of crystal points from eBay, and when they came, they were all made of glass, and the seller had disappeared, and I got my money back, but the wands didn't get made. So that was unfortunate, and that is just the downside of eBay. You win some, you lose some, but it's always in line with what's meant to happen, with what's actually meant to be unfolding in your life. Elvira, Andy, I'm being harassed by some people. How can I protect myself? Well, the best way, really, Elvira, is spiritually, okay? It goes way beyond anything you can do in the physical realms. It really is. Yeah, lots of counterfeit Moldavite. That's a very true thing, actually. Yeah. Because it's valuable, so people try to rip it off. But yeah, Elvira, what I recommend really for protection is actually the violet flame, which is a healing thing. And it would take the whole video up if I talked about the violet flame, and I still wouldn't get it all said. So if you don't know that one yet, Elvira, look it up. It's the violet flame. And then you're working with the ninth ray. You're working with the energy of Saint Germain, who isn't a Christian saint. He's an ascended master who was the Count of Saint Germain and used to reincarnate. Probably still is, actually. He's probably walking among us now, maybe by a different name. But he is the master of the ninth ray. And if you put the violet flame round something that's important to you, it protects it very strongly. It's a visualize and believe thing, that the more you can believe that, the better it works. That's the best form of protection for anything, Elvira. The other thing, I guess, and this is filtering into my thoughts very slowly now. Let's see, what am I getting here? Sort of be nice to the people, right? Even though they probably don't deserve you to be nice to them, right? Just kind of take that attitude of being nice, and you'll kind of disarm whoever it is that you're wanting the protection from. So hope that helps. That's a thing you can do in the physical world using your physical mind. Because you're then you're not doing anything to raise any aggression or to attract anything bad towards you. It puts you in the right place, and it makes it much easier to communicate when you need to communicate. It's a thing in Taoism, actually. There are all these different things we can do, but if you just approach them as if they were being reasonable and you're being reasonable, they ought to transform before your eyes, Elvira. Might not happen straight away, but it won't take long, and that they will transform. And the important thing is your situation will transform, and things will get better that way. Yeah, it sort of depends. It depends a lot, Disobey. That changes with time. eBay is always chopping and changing in who they support. But they should support the buyers. They really should. That should be how it works, and it really ought to work that way. You got some real quartz points. There you go. Get in touch with Disobey. She's got some real quartz points from a closing down shop. So she's actually got these quartz points, and she knows they're actually real and they're actually the business. And you've got to really look out for it with quartz, because it's very easy to fake quartz with glass. And I have actually had some points that really looked like quartz and were very beautiful, and I did actually sell some ones to people who knew that they were glass points. And if that's the case, that's okay, because glass is actually a crystal. It's a man-made thing. It doesn't have the same magical connotations as quartz, but you know, it is a real thing, and it's a positive thing to work with as well. Yeah. Okie dokie. So let's have a scroll. Let's see who I've missed. Yeah, make wands, Jennifer. It's a real good thing to do, actually. It's a bit like Reiki, as all the stuff is, you know, the energy is coming through you into the wand, which you just draw it in with that intention to make the wand. Some of that energy rubs on you, rubs off on you on the inside. A bit like getting 10% when you give healing. You just can't avoid it, you know. And why would you want to avoid it? I don't know, but you can't. It just gets into you. Nothing can go wrong with it. So good stuff. Oh, she's not selling them. Oh, but that's really nice. Hello, 50 Shades. How are you doing this evening? I hope all is good with you. And yeah, I'm good. Twainer, by the way, thank you kindly. Right. Bethany Skipworth, hello to you. I haven't seen you before, my friend. Thank you very much for coming in. Just a quick thing I wanted to say, right? My subscribers have been going down. It's unfortunate. People subscribe for a particular thing that they like. And the channel's always evolving as I'm sort of trying to find spiritually what I can do for the best. I'm great, thanks indeed, 50 Shades. But yeah, the channel is always kind of transforming, and the way the videos are going, it seems to be really working well to do these live sessions at the moment. So I haven't been uploading so much. I haven't done anything about wine making or woodwork or the chickens or anything like that for ages. I'm not saying I'll never do those things again, but because of that, a lot of people who subscribe for those things are unsubscribing. And I lost 7 subscribers in the last week. And because I'm a very, very small channel, it concerns me a bit. If I lose 100 more, that's going to put an end to the live sessions. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And if you have subscribed, friends, do check and see you're still subscribed, because YouTube have a habit of unsubscribing people. I don't know why that happens, but you know, it's happened to me. I've gone to a channel that I'm subscribed to and then found I'm not subscribed to it. Just think, oh, what's on that channel? I haven't seen that for a while. And you know, you've been unsubscribed somehow. So if that's happened, unfortunate. But what's Adrienne saying? Yeah, the numbers will go up with Celtic Sheila. Yes, I'm sure they will, actually. I've got a good feeling about that. But I'm really sort of trying to focus on just, you know, making that a good show that day, that night. It's going to be night time in UK. It's going to be 1 p.m. Mountain Time, Sheila's time in Colorado, on the 12th of March, which is the day just before, or is it? No, it's 2 days before UK goes on daylight saving time and everything changes. But that's a sign of the earth coming back to life, of spring coming in, of things starting to grow in the ground again, which is a fantastic thought. Beverly Spencer is here. Well, hello, Andy. Hello, Beverly. My day's going great. Oh yeah, my evening's going brilliantly. Thank you. I'm really enjoying myself here. You know, we don't have a massive number of people on tonight, but that's kind of something I was aiming for in doing. I'm trying to do 3 sessions a week, just because it'll give me a bit more time to sort of tune in and go a bit more deeply into the messages, into the cards, into the readings as we go along. Elvira, new subscriber. Well, great. You saw me on Intuitive View. Well, yeah, great. I'm so glad that you've come over, Elvira, because you know, that's just been great. The link to Celtic Tarot, Sheila, that I was talking about, the link to Kim is what really started the ball rolling. I was on about 800 subscribers and it snowballed after that. And that's what's made these live sessions possible. Also, Danny Shea was a big help, actually. I love his videos. Love the man. He rescues iguanas, you know, or he used to. He's just got lovely energy as Danny Shea, so I'm really kind of pleased that he was enjoying it. Hi, Aria Song. Hi, Chris Engel. Good evening to you. Sam is still here. Brilliant. Disobey. May I have a card before you close, please? Well, I'm not going to close and go anywhere for a little while yet. Want to keep this going for an hour or so at least. If not more, we might go more, you never know. But we're on about 20 minutes at the moment. The deck that I'm drawn to for you, Disobey, is Moonology. Right, and this is an interesting time in astrology. The sun is just about to enter Pisces. That is coming up in the early hours of tomorrow in the States and Canada. Late morning here in UK. I think it's about 11:15 in the morning in UK. So Disobey, what have we got? What have we got? What have we got? Take time to breathe out, Disobey. Disseminating moon. You do, yeah. I know. But this is why I'm trying to do 3 a week. It's only 2 days since the last one. Just to, you know, give people a bit more time so I can work a bit kind of more closely. And you're saying this is very apt. Oh, that's really good to know. Take time to breathe out. Disseminating moon. The disseminating moon, it's you know, it hangs about a bit. It's still gibbous. It's still very powerful, but it's just starting to wane, and that just allows the power to happen in a much more gentle way. And Disobey, that's what this is saying to you here. Take time to breathe out. This reminds me of an old Doreen Virtue card, which says take time to breathe out, breathe in as well as breathe out, you know. And in that case, it's talking about, you know, you can give too much out and not actually take anything for yourself. And, you know, the best people do that. All the greatest spiritual teachings are telling us to give of ourselves whatever we can. And it is actually very rewarding to do that. But you need to take something for yourself as well. This one, though, Disobey, I'm feeling that you've got a lot of other people's problems on your mind somehow. Maybe you're not consciously thinking about them. Maybe I'm wrong about other people's problems, but it's stuff that isn't actually your stuff. It's stuff that's not your problem. And the thing to do is actually just kind of breathe out all that craziness and let it all go. Detach from the drama, because it's other people's drama. We all care about other people, you know, and something that delights me a lot about this group is the way you guys all seem to care for each other and talk to each other. That's wonderful. It's a fantastic thing. And that really is what it's all about. But we can end up kind of caring for so many different people that it just, you know, it takes over your whole mind. It takes over your heart and soul, and it stops you from being able to really be yourself. And Disobey, being yourself is a real good thing. And I'm not asking you to obey anything that I'm saying here. I don't think there'd be any point in that. But do obey yourself, you know, and obey that inner mind, that inner conscience, and take time to breathe out. Really important with that disseminating moon card there. So thanks for that question. I'm glad you didn't have to wait till the end this time. There we go. We've done it. Wonderful. Okay, so I see new people popping in and out all the time. Elvira, what crystal are ghosts afraid of or objects? When you say ghosts, right, I see them as very different, generally speaking, to spirit guides who are, you know, positive spiritual energies that I work with, and that we all work with when we're in the psychic realms and in the spiritual realms, you know. Philip, that is totally allowed, mate. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You guys can, you know, you guys can go for it. Here's a story about that, little story. When I took my Reiki 2, my 2nd degree Reiki, it was quite a long time ago now, I became aware of this new way that Reiki works, and I see it happening on this group. I'm excited about this, actually. This is one of the great things. But I went to work. I worked in a crystal shop at the time, and one day this lady came in, you know, and she sort of had this problem that she wanted to talk about, and we were talking about it. And at one point I went out for a cigarette while I was boiling the kettle to make her some tea. And coming down the street in the other direction was another lady who'd had the same problem and got over it. And she came into the shop, and they did so much to heal each other you know, without either of them being sort of Reiki qualified or anything like that. And it was the kind of healing that I pray for. It's the kind of thing I want to see happen. But I didn't actually have to do it anything myself. It was just kind of, I guess it was something to do with the fact that I was the Reiki guy there, but I don't really know. You know, the people just came in and healed themselves. And I see that happening around this group. And that's you guys helping each other, which is a wonderful thing. I hope I'm some kind of catalyst for it, but it really doesn't matter. The fact is that by putting these videos here and by being here, a lot of you guys have met each other, you know, because many of you have come in from Kim, Intuitive You, from Danny Shea, from Celtic Tarot Sheila. Some of you are people I already knew. Some of you have just kind of stumbled upon the channel. So it's bringing people together in new ways, you know, and bringing new knowledge, mingling all the knowledge up, and it's so positive. It works in such a happy way. Right, yeah, evil ghosts, Alfira. You know, unfortunately, there really is a dark side, and that really seems a shame to me. I sometimes wonder, you know, why the Great Spirit, why the wonderful angels and everybody would actually allow the dark to thrive in the way that it does in this wonderful world of ours, which can be rather a sad world from time to time. And the answer that comes back from all the spiritual teachings I've ever seen about that is that we just wouldn't know what light is if we didn't know what dark was. Now, when we talk about ghosts, we're talking about something which is scary. It's the negative side of the spirit realms. It really does go in that direction. But there is this positive side of it as well. And if you keep focusing on the positive, that will always win. Very often, spirit people like poltergeists and things that, and energies, entities that cause us problems and fear, they're often just trying to get our attention. And if we acknowledge that they're there, they'll be gone. I wouldn't, a lot of crystals will work, you know, a lot of different crystals will work. It's easier to say the ones that won't, and there's just one I'm thinking of right now, looking at that. It's obsidian. There's something, obsidian can really kind of let the bad energies go crazy, and when that happens, it's much better to use something like tourmaline, which has the same black color vibration but allows things to happen in a much more gentle way. Also, Spanish aragonite, which is a beautiful sort of rusty red colored crystal with little quartzy bits in it. It's beautiful crystal, and that's going to work against the dark and to bring light into your life. Let's be positive, not negative. To bring light into your life, that's going to work so much better than obsidian. And I can't help thinking about Doreen Virtue. Again, I'm always thinking about her one way or the other. And she had a band that was called Obsidian. And I didn't think they were all that good, actually. So there we go. My obsession with obsidian goes back a long, long way. When you use your pendulum, Twainer, you get very chilled. Is that a sign of something? Well, yes, when you feel a chill and things cool down, spiritual energy is actually being used, and there are spirit entities around you at that time. But this is how the pendulum actually works, because you can do the same work with a pendulum that you can do with a candle. You know, you just kind of stand over a candle and ask it a question, and it'll kind of, you start off like you would with a pendulum. You start off with something that's definitely a yes. Is my name Twainer? And that's what it does for a yes. And then you'll say, right, are trees purple? Something that you know is definitely a no, and then the flame will do something else, and then you'll actually kind of know what it does for a no. And what's actually happening is there is a spirit presence in the room moving the candle flame. It's easier for them to do that than it is for them to move a pendulum, but they can move a pendulum. And the point is, they will actually need some physical energy. They're non-physical. They're in the higher realms, really, and they need to draw some energy out of the room. That's why rooms go cold. This room goes freezing cold sometimes, and I know they're around me. And so when you feel a chill, Twainer, that's what's going on. That's what's actually happening, you know. So, I mean, the good thing about that is it shows that it's actually working, yeah. And I guess, yeah, if it's getting really cold, yeah, well, I think you're going to have a lot of success and get a lot of truth working with your pendulum in that case, Twainer. You've got quite a lot of magic going on with you. I'm pretty sure of that, actually. Something very magical about you. Andy, when do you use crystals? I tend to use them a lot personally, April. I have many crystals because I worked in a crystal shop a long time ago for years, and unfortunately the town in which the crystal shop was a tiny little town. The town just sort of died off. Bigger stores in towns further away started taking all the business, and we just didn't have people walking past the shop. And for about the last month, the owner was paying me by allowing me to, she was giving me the money for my petrol and allowing me to take crystals for myself instead of money, which, you know, I ended up with a lot more crystals than I ever dreamed I would have or be able to use. So I use them all the time, April. I put little circles of crystals around, you know, a picture or something if I want to focus on it. If you see my videos where I do a card spread, I often put a crystal between each card, and that can be quite random. It's whatever I'm drawn to do. I particularly use crystals to get a decent night's sleep. I think that's probably my favourite everyday use for a crystal. Actually, I have tourmaline under my pillow and 2 or 3 other ones. And it's not about stopping the spiritual influence coming in. It's about allowing the spiritual influence to work on me, but for me to still wake up feeling refreshed and not repressed, and not to have horrible dreams. And I can remember a couple of nights ago on the last live, I was talking to somebody about that, and an old spiritualist medium who taught me a long time ago said, if you're waking up like a wet tea towel at 3 a.m, all sweaty, have a word with your gatekeeper, have a word with your guides, and just ask to wake up feeling refreshed so you can get on with the day, so you can actually do the work that Spirit want you to do. And they will respond to that. You've just got to ask them. That's the thing. You sleep with Danbarite. Yeah, excellent. Under your silk eye patches. That's a good idea. Right, Ray, so I saw that before. Let's answer that question. Does JAO have a crush on me currently? Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. Let's ask the pendulum. And this is I've got different pendulums here, and I'm drawn to this one again. It's got a knot tied in it, but it works fine. Shouldn't shake it up there. Does JAO have a crush on Ray? Right. Getting a very small movement here. It's a yes movement, for sure it is. But, right, JAO likes you very much, but it sort of understands that you might not want that attention. It's very much up to you whether you actually encourage that or not. I don't feel JAO is going to be a pest in any way. Right, because it's quite a small circle I'm getting here, quite a gentle response, and it's not turning into a big circle as I contemplate. So it's a little crush, you know. It's something that'll pass if you don't encourage it. But if that's something you'd like to happen, if you'd kind of like it, if JAO did have a crush on you, give JAO some encouragement, and then it'll happen good, you know. Sam, Andy, have you ever worked for telephone psychics? Oh, yes, I have. I didn't much like it, to be honest. I worked for, I think the firm is called Reynolds. I can't remember what the line was that I was on. You're very welcome, Ray, and I wish you the best with that. I wish you the best with that. The good news is it's not going to be a lot of hassle. It's not going to be scary. So glad you liked it. So glad you subscribed, guys. Thumbs up, please, all the way if you're enjoying this. And do subscribe if you haven't already, guys. That helps the channel so much. It really does. But yeah, where was I going there? I forgot what I was on about there. Yeah, phone psychics. I work for this company, Reynolds, who organised the psychic line. And the idea was it paid £17 an hour. When this was quite a long time ago, they probably pay more like 20, 25 now. And they were pretty good, except that you only got to work maybe 10, 15 minutes an hour. So as a rate, you had to work kind of 5, 6 hours to get that money, to get that 17 quid. British pounds I'm talking about. So, you know, it wasn't easy, and it was particularly difficult at night as well. In the UK nighttime, you get people being fairly abusive, or just, you know, people who were drunk, and so they weren't in the right place to really get the information. They weren't kind of putting their energy out there. They were just paying money and wanting answers, and you've got to put some of your own energy into it to really, you know, get the answer that really resonates with you, you know. So I didn't much like that. And then I went on to Psychic TV then, which I think is called something else now. But they do like live psychic stuff all day on YouTube, and they signed me up. And it just got this ridiculously long contract, pages and pages and pages of writing that I signed up to and everything. As a result of which, I can't now work under my own name, because if I worked under my own personal name, I would have to give them all the money because of this damn exclusive contract I signed. And then they put me on special offer, £5 for a long reading. And it wasn't so much the money about that bothered me, but you had to earn a certain amount of money, or they kept whatever you did make. If it was less than about £250 a week, they kept the money. If you only made 245, they kept it. You know, so you could work very, very hard and just get absolutely nowhere. So psychic lines, phone lines. Oh yes, my name is Andy. Yeah, it's just that I have to. The brand has to be something else, which is Twig Brother. If I used Andy and my surname, that's where I don't know if I mean, I probably wouldn't get into trouble because they wouldn't know I'm doing it. But if I ever got famous or something like that, suddenly they'd lose the plot and I'd lose the cash, and not so good really. I'm not really in it for money, but I don't have another job, so it's kind of good to go along those lines. Okay, Petite Princess is here. Julie is here. On the way home from the song I danced to with my son at his wedding and started crying, and shortly later that night he showed up at my house. Great visit, felt healing energy. Wonderful. So there was someone up there, Jennifer, just kind of orchestrating that, making it happen, And guys, I'm sure a lot of you already know this, but always read the signs around you, If something seems to be suggesting itself to you, it's probably going to happen. Am I still under contract? I don't honestly know, Disobey. I honestly don't know, but it looked like I was signed up for life. And I did it because I thought I was going to make kind of, like thousands of pounds a week. Be someone like Tamara Trousseau or someone. But actually, they just kind of buried me right at the end of the list of psychics. And it would have taken so much work to catch up. And also, right, when you work for a company, a lot of money is going to that company, who are then going to invest it in sweatshops and bad things. If I make money, the only bad stuff that happens to the money I make is that it goes to pay taxes, and then God knows what the government are going to do with it. I don't think it trust governments. But generally speaking, I won't spend it on anything bad, and it's just, again, it's taking the energy and doing something with it that the spiritual energy isn't all about. The spiritual energy isn't to make Psychic TV or R.J. Reynolds and company rich. I might be mixing them up with the tobacco company, R.J. Reynolds, but You know, it's something Reynolds anyway. And yeah, it was amazing. I'm really glad that you found that amazing, Jennifer. It sounds like a wonderful experience, actually. Very healing for you. I can feel that. That's great. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Kate. It is 20 minutes to 10 o'clock in the evening in the UK here. But this is the time things come alive. This is the time I like to be here. Now, and there were a couple of people asking questions there. Let's go back and do some answering questions. Da, 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 da. So, where are we? Petite Princess, I'm coming to you first, okay? And then Julie, remind me if I forget, but we've things are panning out better tonight, actually. I was saying earlier, I'm doing... I'm trying to do 3 of these a week just to spread the energy out so I can spend a bit more time with people. Okay, I'm going to do a Kyle Gray Keepers of the Light reading, and this is for Petite Princess, okay, from this deck, Kyle Gray's Keepers of the Light, and we'll see what comes out. So will I and when will I hear from a potential job offer? Okay, I might very well have to bring the pendulum out to answer that one. Okay, right, well, I've pulled a card for you, Petite Princess, on that very subject. And what we've got here is Commander Ashtar. It says call to action. And that's, yeah, it's fine to ask a question. That is coolio. Don't worry about it. I'm sure what happens here is you're going to work with my guides, and my guides knew you were going to ask a question. That is absolutely cool. Call to action. So this job that you're hoping is going to happen, it's all part of a call to action for you. So it looks like it's actually meant to be. And in that case, it will happen as long as you keep visualizing, keep believing that it's going to happen. Okay, this card says, take charge. Lead by example, walk your talk. Now, take charge of the situation, right? Rather than passively waiting to see what happens, Petite Princess, I want you to do your best to manifest a good outcome here, okay? That means just visualizing what you want, asking the angels for it. I don't know if you're familiar with asking the angels, maybe you are, but it really, really works, okay? The angels can and definitely will help you if you ask them to help make it lead. I don't know if it's help make it work. I don't know if this is a leadership job, but it's saying take charge and lead by example. So leading by, yes, it is. Right, brilliant. Okay, so lead by example, walk your talk. Just be you, Petite Princess. You are cut out for that. You really are. And it is a call to action. It is a call to action. When? As for when, let me see. What I'm going to do, it is brilliant. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask this pendulum, the green aventurine pendulum. Aventurine is good for something new that's starting out. I'm just going to go through months and see what happens. Are we looking at March? It's going back and forth. That's a no. April. May. April, right? April, you're going to hear about it. What actually happens then is a different matter, okay? But really try and manifest it, okay? Because it is what the universe wants for you. It is what you're being drawn towards. So, you know, don't just sort of wait and see. Keep praying for it, okay? Keep asking the angels and you'll get there. There's a lot of help there for you. Okie dokie. So where's that going next? Yeah, it's a wonderful deck, Jennifer, is it not? It definitely is. Right. Okay. Oh, by the way, actually, just before I move on, this is for everyone now. Is it okay to ask a question? Yes, it definitely is. There's only one area of my work where I wouldn't expect people to ask a question, and that is mediumship when I'm doing a spiritualist church service, as I'm going to be doing on Zoom on Saturday the 20th. Looking forward to that, not long now. And that is communicating with people in the afterlife. And that's because mediumship in that sense is where I'm acting as a channel for the spirit people to say what they want to say, to guide and kind of bless their loved ones in this world, just to, you know, also get people over bereavement and help things to work that way. So usually with spiritualism, I would say don't ask a question. I mean, you can ask a question like, you know, is my husband all right in the spirit world? Is my loved one okay in the spirit world? Whatever like that. Then, you know, that can work. That can work really, really well. But the other side to what I do, and it's what most of the messages and readings that go on in these videos are about, is psychic readings. And yes, you know, do ask a question by all means. There's a lot to be said by just saying, can you pull a card for me, please? It's quite a wise thing, because then you'll get the information that's going to help you, even though it might not be the information that you're actually looking for. Yeah. Okay, onwards and upwards. Julie, what is Oscar planning regarding our connection? Right, Ascended Masters this time. A forerunner of Kyle Gray's Keepers of the Light deck. Where are we at with Oscar? Let's find out. Where are we at with Oscar? Okay. To give this deck a good shuffle. I've been reading with this deck all week. It gets a lot of use. Okay, Julie. So let me just scroll back and look at what you typed in there, Julie, about Oscar. What is that Oscar planning regarding our connection? The card I've got for you, Julie, stay focused, and it's Katumi. Now, if you look at how much his eyes are staring there, I feel that kind of Oscar might not be engaging with you all that much. He might not be as intense as this in, you know, his front of house persona as you guys are talking to each other, or as you guys are moving together or moving through life. Whatever it is that's going on, he feels a lot more intense within himself than he's actually showing you. He is actually very focused on you. And what you need to do, Julie, is stay focused on what you want. Don't worry so much about what Oscar wants, okay? I've got to say, that is actually all going to be okay. I don't even know what I'm saying there, because I don't know what it is you're trying to manifest, what it is you're trying to make happen, what you'd like. Okay, but you stick up for you. You keep focused, Julie, on what it is you actually want to get out of this situation, because he's sure as hell focused on it. All right, he's trying not to show you how focused he is. That's what I feel. I think he's hiding his light under a bushel, maybe up to a point hiding a certain amount of love under a bushel as well. But you've got to really keep your focus on how you want it to be. Make sure you're kind of speaking up for yourself and thinking up for yourself in the psychic level as well, Julie. Okay. I seriously hope that helps you, my friend, and thank you for coming in. Thank you so much for your question. Martu, does Jason still have feelings for me like I do? If so, will we get together? Right, something needs to heal. Okay, the feelings are strong. Okay, Jason has strong feelings. Only I feel that Jason wouldn't be asking a psychic to be honest. So it's great that you believe in this. It really is. What we've got here is a yes. Okay. So yes, he does have strong feelings like you do. But I feel he hasn't got a lot of confidence, Madhu. Okay, that's the feeling I get, that he doesn't have a lot of confidence. So you would probably believe that it could all work out. I'm not sure he totally believes that. He doesn't disbelieve it. He's just not very confident in it, you know? Okay, short, sweet answer there, but I sincerely hope that helps you and does something for you, Madhu. And Now then, I think you left me a donation the other day, and I'm very, very grateful. A few of you have left me donations. I'm super grateful for those friends. That they make life a lot easier, makes me feel appreciated, which is great, and it allows me to buy stuff. You wouldn't think I'm using a lot of equipment here, but I've probably got about 500 quid's worth working at the moment. If you think of the phone and the lights and all the other stuff that's going on, just to have me sitting in my chair here. So the donations help absolutely massively. Someone has just sent me a message saying, hello, handsome. I know what that's going to be. Like a catfish, basically, who sees an oldish looking guy, thinks he must be lonely. I'll say, hello, handsome, and then I'll fleece him for everything he's got. Little does she know, I haven't got anything much worth fleecing. Okay, where are we going now? April is asking, Andy, will I get my health back? Yes, you will, April. Yes, you will. I have a feeling, April, that you would like to have a feeling that you'd like to lose weight, and you feel that that would help a lot with getting your health back. The truth is that isn't really the key to it. Okay, that's something that goes hand in hand with it, but your weight isn't a crucial issue, okay? And I think if I saw you in real life, I don't think I'd think you were fat, you know? I don't think anyone would think that about you. That's just kind of, that's not what it's about. So, yeah, you will get your health back, but it's going in a different direction to you know, whatever you think it's about. And I've drawn this card here. It's base chakra, root chakra, number 5, and it's family. And I'm now racking my brains to think, what has this got to do with April's question? You have issues walking. So I'm really stumped to think, you know, what has this got to do with 3 chimpanzees? I don't know, but they're a family. Okay, let me focus. Right. Although you have issues with walking, April, there are people willing to help you with it. That's all I can really say. And it's a soul family issue. I think the card is answering a different question to the one you asked, April. So I'm going to have to go with that. There are people who will help you with this. Okay. If it's a matter of money, ask family. Don't be afraid to ask for help from people who actually aren't physically family. Soul family will help as well. But the fact that this is base chakra, root chakra, April, there's a lot of fear here for you. And the thing to do, yes, they do groom each other. Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, it could be a matter of parasites. It really could be. But April, the thing to do is visualize that root chakra as absolutely clean and clear. That's going to take some of the worry out of the situation, and that's going to allow things to be resolved even better. So you're having difficulty walking. Okay. Well, all I can really do is send healing, April. Okay. And I'm visualizing both of your legs, and I actually feel that it's something from the knee down towards the ankle. So I'm gonna just close my eyes and sort of count to 10 and send healing. And I really, really hope it helps you. Okay, I'm in the room, as it were, because you know, we're live here and I don't want to be gone for too long, but I'll put you in my healing grid, April, and I'll send healing. Spiritual healing is going to work, and it's going to be the answer. Okay, do think about that base chakra though, please, April. Okay, you send energy to that. I'll think about healing in that direction as well, because there are fears here, and the fears really aren't helping. And Sam's joining in. Great. If anyone could possibly send healing to April, who's here at the moment, in the, you know, the highest good sense of love and light, please send that healing out. It's going to make such a difference. And it is actually going to make that difference, April. Things are going to improve. They really are. I'm being told that things have improved a bit already. Not really enough, but the improvement is there. You know, the improvement is there. We've just got to make that little spark of improvement. We've got to make that spark of light grow and grow so it works, you know, works its magic on April. You're very welcome, April. Now then. Oh, hello, Elvira's mother. I'm glad you're here. And thanks everyone who's now sending healing to April. That is brilliant. Okay. Now then. And Philip is on the case too. He's got a lot of good influences around him, is Philip. Right, Carpe. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but Carpe Diem. Hello, sir. I'm Oliver. May I ask for a free... Yeah, I have a Virgo woman always on my mind. We don't know each other, but I'm so attracted to her. I want to meet her someday. Can there be a possibility of it? Right. Okay. Let's get the pendulum again. Okay, in fact, we'll use the eventuary one. Now, that suggests to me that this is the beginning of something, Oliver. Okay. So what about Oliver's Virgo woman? It's shaking a lot. This pendulum does shake a lot, but it's got a mind of its own at this point, which is a spirit guide working with it, no doubt. Right, what we've got there is a very, very gentle yes, all right? So, Oliver, what you've got to do is keep thinking about it and keep working on it mentally. Don't just wait for it to happen. Do something so she actually does know you. Okay, I'm going to pull a card for you on that as well, Oliver. Hi, Cassandra. Great to see you. I sent you a reading earlier on Facebook Messenger. Please check and see if it's there, because I might have just sent it to another Cassandra. But I don't think there's that many Cassandra chances out there that your reading has happened. But this is Oliver asking about the Virgo lady. What we got here? Right, okay, yeah, here we go. Answer the call, Oliver. What is your soul calling you to do? You've got to make some kind of move, my friend. This character's sitting on a rock looking at all the beauty right out there in front, and the sun is way over there behind the rocks, but it is very bright, it is very beautiful. Now, she's a Virgo lady. She likes things to kind of be in order, so obviously I don't want to do anything too shocking. But there's a soul level connection there, Oliver. There is. Okay, so make it happen, my friend. Right? Very, very gently. Don't go at it too hard, but, you know, make it happen. You can, right? I'm not saying you definitely will, but you can. And if you take the attitude that, yes, I can do this, Oliver, then yes, it's going to happen. You just got to keep visualizing it, keep believing it. The card right behind that is you're already doing it. Okay, so something good's happening there. Try not to overthink it, okay? Keep on being you, Oliver. I mean, sure, you know what, we're attracted to someone and we don't know them and we think, well, what's the chances? 1 in a million. You know, what's the chances of that happening? Well, you're attracted to that person for a reason. And I don't feel this is just because this Virgo lady is pretty and good looking. There's more to it than that. There's something at soul level there. Keep working on it, Oliver. That's what's coming to me, you know, and it's coming in very strongly. She needs a certain amount of healing as well, right? And this is what's going to make it take time. She has been in situations where she was not exactly let down, but the person she was with wasn't really helping matters, you know. She became subjugated, if you know what I mean. She almost became a servant of the last relationship. So she's probably not going to be too keen to get into a new relationship. And that's why you've really, really got to give it time. But she'll come round. Just go about it gently, Oliver, my friend. Thank you for your question. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Big thumbs up, please, everyone. By the way, if you're enjoying this, please hit the subscribe button. I'm losing subscribers hand over fist. And I just know the subs are going to grow because on the 12th of March, I'm going on with Celtic Tarot Sheila. And I am so looking forward to that. That's going to be 1 p.m. Mountain Time with Celtic Tarot Sheila and Little Moi talking together and doing a bit of a show together, and I really hope the subs are going to grow from that. I really do, because I don't want to be all about subscribers. I want to be all about spirituality. But the last thing I need is to go below 1,000 subscribers and not be able to go live the way I'm going live at the moment. So anyway, guys, please do hit the subscribe button if you possibly can. Also, right, if you'd like to support the channel and have a look at some pictures of my life and get whatever it is, I think I'm going to start putting astrology posts on there every day. Time hasn't allowed it so far, but that's my plan and that's what's going to happen. Go along to Ko-fi, that's ko-fi.com/Andy's Readings. You want to buy me a coffee, buy the channel a coffee, please do. But please just go along there, become a coffee supporter. It's going to be great. It really is. Right, so Erin Son, hi to you. I didn't notice you appear there. Just popping in to say hello. I'm doing great. Thanks, Erin Son. Thanks so much for coming in and supporting the video tonight or today, maybe. But yeah, I appreciate it. Chris, I thought my ex was perfectly right for me and him to me. We are not together now. Random text to touch base. Was I wrong? Will we get together ever again? Okay, but you're not going to be back together until there's a sort of sea change. There's changes got to happen with both of you at soul level, at mind level, at mental level. Okay, but it's a small change with you. It's more of a big change with him, and it will happen. But then it's a question of whether you can accept, whether you can really believe that he's changed and the situation's changed. Okay, so it's a qualified yes. You know, it's a wait and see kind of a yes. Just got to see what unfolds there. Okay, but it's not a negative answer. You know, and if you really want it to happen, then it's going to. Oliver, thanks for the advice. I will. I'm going to find her after this. Yeah, you know, that's the thing, that the pandemic, it's causing all this stuck energy. It's really, really unfortunate the way it's going. It really is. Jaylin, you were asking private readings. Absolutely. If you would like a personal private reading, please get in touch with me. 35and83@gmail.com. You can find that email address and the coffee address underneath the description in any of my upload videos. Not these live ones, because I can't have the description till later with those. But if you look at any of my upload videos, down there in the description at the bottom, it gives the ko-fi.com/Andy's Readings for the coffee page, and 35and83@gmail.com, which is where to get in touch with me if you'd like a private reading. Okay, I don't do the readings privately on Ko-fi because everyone can see them. You know, it's kind of personal. Best way is to connect on Facebook or Instagram, because then we can use the live messenger thing and I can do a voicemail reading, much less expensive because they take less time. But do please get in touch if you'd like that. Hey, Sheila, inquisitive, thinking you're too late. Well, you're never too late. Excuse me, you're never too late. I'm trying to do these at a range of different times. Okay, because it's just difficult, you know. Some people are at work, some people are in another part of the world where, you know, they're either busy or asleep, you know. We've all got to sleep sometime. So I'm trying to do these at different times. Okay, but no, you're not too late tonight at all. Jaylin, can you tell me when I will find a stable job? Okay. Sounds like a job for aventurine. Let's get out my aventurine pendulum, and I am going to take a quick drink of water as well. Good to see you, Sheila, as well. Very good to see you. Very good to see everyone who's with us on this rather special live. Just as the sun is going to enter Pisces, and we're moving from that kind of really out there psychic Aquarius thinking, we're coming into the equally psychic but rather more calm Pisces influence, where it's all about everyone helping each other, which is rather lovely. Hello, Thule, nice to see you. Glad you're with us tonight. But Jaylin, Can you tell me when I will find a stable job? Okay, stuck energy on that one because of the pandemic, because of what's going on. Unless you want to work online, that would actually that would happen a lot faster. But I feel you're talking about a real world job, okay? And what I'm going to do is ask month by month. So is this going to be in March? No. What about April? For Jaylin. What about May? Right, Jaylin, you're going to become aware of a job opportunity in late May of this year. Whether that actually works out into a job, I'm not being told, but it was a nice positive yes from the pendulum then. It started doing circles, and it didn't at first. When I got to May, at first it was giving me a no, and as I was just about to come on to June, it started doing circles. So it's late May, okay? Late May, there's a real good opportunity for you. You're going to become aware of it. Just do your best with that, my friend. You can only do your best. If that one doesn't work out, it won't be too long before you do find a stable job, okay? I feel you've got good references. I feel you've got quite a lot behind you. So I sincerely hope that helps you, but it's going that way. Sam, I will do that for you in a tick, okay? But I'm going to let the energy build up before I go there. First, I'm going to come to, just going to read what Thule's written here. I'm glad you're with us tonight, Thule. Jazz drums, jazz stand-up bass with me on Steinway Grand and singing artist. Pro studio session coming up for real. Greg McRae, Rainer Block, Lucky, any no's, any yeses. Okay. Right, big yes on the Steinway Grand and singing. Okay. You've really got the ability with that, I'm being told. You've got a strong ability. I feel that energy, okay? I used to be a pianist before my hands went sticky. You're very welcome, Jaylin, and best of luck with that, my friends. My hands are a bit sticky because I had a stroke. That's why one side of my mouth's open more than the other one. If I take my glasses off, one of my eyes is kind of half closed as well. Crazy. So make the most of it while you can. That's the thing, Thule. But yeah, you standing up and singing, most definitely. The bass player, it's all looking good as well. I got a question around the drums, okay? But drummers, the best drummers are insane. It's a fact of life, okay? So I'm not too sure about jazz drums, really. I'm not. I've been in several bands and there are always questions around drummers. But the rest of it, really sounding good to me, really looking positive, really sounding like it's going to be for real and it's going to be something good there, Thule. So I wish you the best of luck with that. I think it's going to be good. I think you're going to be a great singer. I'm coming to Sam now. And I'm going to get my drink of water again. Excuse the dirty mark on the back of the chair, by the way. I'm going to paint over that soon or something. And I'll get the paint stuck to the back of my head, won't I? Right. So, Sam. Right, he is definitely okay in spirit, Sam. Okay, now that is generally true of everyone, but I got that in response to asking specifically about your dad. What he's telling me is that certain things never got said, and he's sorry. He's not so much sorry like there's something to regret. It's just a shame that those things didn't get said. He's kind of sorry that things didn't get said. He's telling me that he got a chance to say that he loves you, but again, he's urging me to urge everyone, when you're with people in this life that you love, tell them you love them, okay? It's much harder to tell people you love them from the other side. So he's sending you love. He's going through a healing phase, okay? Sam, what's happening is, they talk about seventh heaven and cloud 9. It's because there's different levels, and I'm not talking about heaven and hell here and purgatory. That's not the way at all. It's all good, but they kind of come up through the levels, okay? And he's not in the lower realms, not at all. He's 2 or 3 steps up from that, but he's going through a healing process, and his energy will go higher and higher. It really will. But is he okay? Yeah, he's definitely okay. There are just, you know, there's no trouble over there. There's nothing to feel troubled or upset or hurt about. The healing starts straight away, and there's a feeling on this side in the earth realm, earth plane, our world, that he went before his time. He's telling me that, you know, it was the way it was meant to be. He had no idea, but it was the way it was meant to be. And I've got this cough feeling in my throat, and I'm a smoker, so it's my fault. But it's coming through now because I feel he was very uncomfortable around his throat when he passed. Don't know if that was because of smoking, but my attention is really, really drawn to my throat. Something about smoke, Sam. Don't know if this resonates. I don't think it's tobacco smoke. I think it's like a smoky environment, like you live somewhere where there's a lot of vehicles passing, something like that. Just be, you know, as aware of that as you can be. He's drawing your attention to that, and he's sort of drawing mine towards it. But Sam, yeah, he's okay. As soon as they, all of them, as soon as they go over, they're in a much better place than they ever imagined that they could be in. I've got another friend request. It's all happening elsewhere tonight, but it's all happening here too. That's the matter. My lovely blue tree fabric backdrop. Thank you for that, Dissipate. It's on my bed at the moment over there. I just like to change backdrops from time to time, but it'll be back soon. Just having some yin-yang at the moment for balance, because Mercury is retrograde only until something like the 21st. Mercury goes direct very, very soon, while the sun's in Pisces, and that is going to be the end of the first Mercury retrograde of 2021. So the year's got its boots on. Things are getting better, believe it or not. You wouldn't think it, would you? But they really are. Thule, my path is opening up in love and music career. Shall I use Lucky in the pro studio session or do it differently? Obstacles seem to be dissolving. Candidates for session: Raina, Greg McRae, Lucky. Okay. Raina, it'd be good to have Raina involved. Greg is the one that's standing out to me there. You know, more than anyone of the three, Greg is standing out. But Raina, I feel, has got a lot of skills. There's something like almost a feeling of seniority about Raina. He might be the kind of person who tells you what to do and doesn't make life easy. But I feel if you listen to him and if you have him in the mix somewhere, he's going to actually bring a lot of beneficial knowledge to the thing, you know. Back in my music days, I used to have a 4-track thing, and I had a guitar, keyboards, drum machine, and a microphone, and all kinds of instruments actually. And I used to put songs together myself, and there was only one weird thing about my songs. No matter how well I got them to sound, there was only one set of ideas going in. So don't fear other people's input, basically. But let's just look at those names. Right, lucky, not unlucky. Really not unlucky, okay? Don't dismiss him out of hand. But Greg McRae is the one that's really jumping out at me there. Really and truly. Yeah, the yin yang's great. I'm glad you like the yin yang Dissipate. It's one of my favourites. I've had it for donkey's years. Okay. Right. Jennifer, yeah, I'll pull you a card for that. I can't promise too much, okay? It's my own fault in so many ways. Because, what am I looking for here? I'm going to go with chakra cards. It's my own fault in a lot of ways because I'm just always very, very careful about giving advice about anything medical. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, and whatever I say, you know, always consult a doctor. I've got to give that advice out, you know, almost by law. It isn't the law in UK now, but it's sort of the law amongst serious, like, consenting psychics, as it were. Okay, but I'm trying for it, and the card I've got. Hi, Daisy. Nice to see you. Everything's good. Hope things are good with you, Daisy. How are you doing? Right, Jennifer, how's the best way to help? She's in a wheelchair, has signs of dementia. This is the card I've got, okay? It's lower heart chakra. And I was asking for a physical indication from somewhere within the body. Now, obviously, you know, the heart isn't necessarily involved in using a wheelchair, but this is the play card, and this is about love of life, okay? Try and give her a love of life. That's really going to help with the issues around signs of dementia, okay? The more you can get people enjoying life, the more they hang on. I actually have vascular dementia. I'll admit that to you, Jennifer. I've had vascular dementia for 31 years this year. And what I do is I'm always trying to enjoy myself if I possibly can. And I'm always trying to learn something new. That seems to be what keeps my mind going. It makes me a bit faddish. Sometimes I'm learning an instrument. Sometimes I'm making a model. I'm making a model of a fairground ride at the moment. Sometimes I'm learning stuff about videos. But keeping learning stuff keeps the mind. It seems to really keep the dementia out, which is fantastic. I'm so lucky to have what seems to be quite a healthy mind, and that's really going to benefit your mum. Okay, that's actually going to help with walking as well, because the way the mind clears, you know, then everything else clears up to go with it. Yeah, just how can you help ease their angst? Well, it's the play card. I'm just, rather than pull another card, I'm going to say that's where it's at. Let her do things she enjoys. Let her kind of do things she used to enjoy. Jennifer, find out, you know, what did she used to do in her younger day that she loved doing? Try and bring her in contact with that as much as you can. I mean, you know, if she loved jumping and hopping and skipping and dancing, or like, you know, playing a sport or something like that. Obviously, that's going to be impossible now with her in a wheelchair. But just bring her closer to those memories. Bring those memories back to life as much as you can. And if you can get her learning something, that's really going to help, you know, because everything else follows the mind. It really, truly does. And honestly, I'm speaking from experience there. In 1990, there was talk that maybe I should go into residential care because I was never actually going to be able to make it. I've lived on my own all that time in a house in the middle of nowhere. I sweep my own chimneys. I'm try and mend my own roof. I'm not having much luck with that. I mend my own cars. I carry bags of coal. It's a life, you know, and it's keeping living a life that really does it. And that's, you know, that's so important. I would give that to absolutely anyone. Also, Jennifer, just as I was saying that, this medallion popped out of my shirt. I don't know why. I wasn't trying to pull it out, but it came out. And this is Mary, okay? This is a pendant of the Blessed Virgin Mary. It's a Catholic pendant, Catholic medallion. And the prayer that goes with this is, O Mary, conceived without sin, pray for us who have recourse to thee. So, Jennifer, I'm going to say that. Pray as well, okay? Pray about it. I don't know if you're a Christian. I'm not trying to push Christianity on you or anyone else, but the entity that we call the Blessed Virgin Mary is a very, very wonderful, very healing, very beautiful, light, ascended master. And, you know, pray in that direction and she will help you. Yeah. Dad's always done crosswords. Great. We have a joke as well, you know. I don't know if you have this joke in the States, but old couples sometimes say, we've been together 50 years and never a crossword. We think about crossword as well, just for a laugh. The miraculous medal. Yes, Sheila, that is it, exactly. And it is a miracle. It really is. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. I'm enjoying this session tonight. You're frigging awesome too, Kasana. You really, really are. Great. April, love watching your videos. Sending love and light to everyone. And we send it to you, April. Thanks for being with us. Now then, just having a bit of a scroll here. Okay. Okay. Sheila's Celtic Tarot, 12th of March, 1 p.m. Mountain Time. Okay, that's the time it's going to be with Sheila. 1 p.m. Mountain Time on the 12th of March, and I will be there. I think that's going to be probably about 7 p.m. UK, so I'll be awake. Kim is here. Hi to you, Kim. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, and you're Catholic as well. Coolio. Coolio. I'm glad they do the crosswords. That keeps the old grey matter alive. It really does. It really does. Someone asked me a question just there and I've lost it. Disappears on my phone screen pretty quickly. Elvira, any messages from my brother Elroy for our family? He passed a few years ago. I'm seeing a hammer coming down, Elvira. I don't know if that's to do with the way he passed. It feels more to me, though, like as if he's telling me that, you know, it hasn't been easy for your family. There was quite a big shock for your family. There's healing coming in from it, certainly. Elvira, he's around you a lot, Elvira. He's actually comes around all of them, but because of the belief you have, he does actually come around you and he does come close to you. You've been dreaming, I believe. Be careful how you express that dream when you're talking to your family, okay? Because it was, you know, he was there in the dream. He was there behind the energy of it somewhere. But it's kind of important that you put that across as a dream rather than as a spiritual happening, because, you know, they just won't find it all that easy. He's telling me, Elvira, that some family members, it's as if they kind of built a concrete wall around themselves. Very unfortunate, but it does happen in bereavement because, you know, partly they want to grieve themselves and also they don't want their grief spreading to everybody else. What you can do, Elvira, is kind of get in and out. And you're saying it's a few years ago, but there are still some sort of unhealed wounds from that. And it does happen. My mum passed away in 1987. My sister, every time I talk to my sister, the first thing she says is how long it was, almost to the day, in years, weeks, months, days, the whole thing, right down to the minute of how long it is since mum passed away. It's all she thinks about, you know. She hasn't healed and I can't get in there. But if you can kind of get through that wall, it's you know, you're going to give a lot of help to people, Elvira, okay? Whatever you do, don't give up on your family. Keep putting the healing there. Keep trying to make it work, okay? I'll give you that with his love. He's not stepping back. There's something I haven't got. Something about a car. Something about a car. There's a good car's going to come up, Elvira. I don't know if that's for you or for someone in the immediate family. It's you or close to you, though, most certainly. There's been car trouble. Another car is coming. Might be an old car, but it's a new car to you. Go with a suggestion. This car is a dark blue colour, and it's a good car. Okay, hope that helps you. And now he's stepped back, so that must have been important. Okay. Where are we going? Can't pronounce your name, my friend, but your surname here is Mamburu. Can I get a career reading, please, Andy? And will I buy a house this year? Right, I'll be absolutely honest with you. I can't give you a really solid, firm answer on that. I'm going to ask the pendulum. There's no guarantees, my friend, but thank you for coming in. Thanks for your question. And I'm going to give you... Let me just read that again. Will I buy a house this year? I'm going with that one first, okay? That's a yes. Okay, that's a yes to will I buy a house this year. In terms of your career, there's going to be a new start for you, okay? I just keep like to look back at what you've typed. It helps the guides focus in. A career reading, I can't really do a full reading. It's just that I've been going for nearly an hour and a half and the energy's starting to go wrong and I don't want to give you the wrong thing. But career move, okay, it's going to be a career move. It's not going to be the same thing you've been doing before. It's going to be a new direction. It's going to be later in the year. Starts happening in July, okay? Starts happening in July, and that's when it starts going places. You are going places. Your career is going places. I feel that you've lifted yourself out of something, I really feel that you've lifted yourself above other people. The people that you want to have the career with, the first employers in this chain of events who you're going to be in touch with in July, they're going to really kind of think that something you've done is quite admirable. You know, they're going to, you're going to be respected. Okay, that's the message. Sorry, that's not a very full reading there, but it is good news. It's positive news. I hope it helps you. I wish I could pronounce your name, but Mr. or Miss Mburu, thank you so much for, for joining us. I'm loving these connections around the world. It's wonderful. Okay. Elvira, oh, you're very welcome, you know. I feel the emotion myself. I really do. And, you know, it's a wonderful thing to be able to do things like that for people. It really makes me quite emotional. AQ, Adrienne, Pendulum, will I travel for work in March? Right, hang on. It is doing a circle there, but that's the string unraveling. You're very, very welcome. Zumbul, I'm sorry, I just can't pronounce your name. I'll get it wrong if I try. But hey, yeah, thanks for your question. You know, you're very welcome, and I wish you the very best with that. I really do. I really do. Please give me a thumbs up and a subscribe if you haven't already, guys. Helps me no end. Will Adrienne travel for work in March? Look at the circles this thing's doing. It's really taken off here. It is really, really, yeah, that's one of the biggest yeses I've seen for a long time. So, yeah, travelling for work. And by the way, Adrienne, thanks so much for all those lovely pictures you sent me of Virginia. I don't know why I associate Virginia with the Waltons. I don't know if it was shot in Virginia or set in Virginia, but I associate it with that song "Country Roads Take Me Home," and it always seemed to be hot weather in the Waltons. Maybe that's just pure Hollywood. I don't know, but there you go. Good night, Mary Helen. Yeah, Philip, you're right. Time for a card reading. I'm going to be pulling a card for everyone. Flora de Castri, let me do this, all right? I want to do this, Flora de Castri, and this will be the last mediumship that I do tonight. I will do a card for everyone after this, but the energy's dropping. Okay, Flora, does my late husband Greg have any messages for me? I'm seeing someone putting his hand in his pocket, okay? Someone's got something up their sleeve, Flora, okay? There's a situation in your life at the moment that feels like it came to an end with his passing. The fact is, he's shown me him putting his hand in his pocket as if there's something there for you. And he's telling me someone's got something up their sleeve. So whatever it is that you feel like giving up on, Flora, do not give up on it, my friend. Okay? He's around you in your dream life too. When you're falling asleep at night, you probably feel a tickling sensation around your head. That is spiritual energy. It's all coming with the help of the angels, but he's the guy behind it. Okay, he'll never leave you. He'll never be far from you. He didn't show you as much love in life as he would have really wanted to either. Sometimes it's a thing with men; they just kind of keep their emotions on a tight leash. He's really kind of showing you that emotion. He really is. Yeah. So Flora, I'm going to give you that with his love, and you know, with the love of the spirit realms, and you will be looked after. Sheila, you got a good point. Yeah, I'm going to have to draw things to a close. But Sheila, love and light to you, and thank you so much. I am going to be doing another live in a couple of nights' time, Friday or Saturday for sure. You know, because it just calms the energy down if we give it more time. That's what I'm finding. So if you've asked a question tonight and I haven't actually done it for you, so sorry, but come on back Friday or Saturday or next time you can. I'm going to keep doing these live streams and I'll get you all the information I can get for you, really. I've been going 88 minutes now, 88:20. Yeah, Philip has summed up what I was about to say. Time for a card. Yeah, let's do a card, and this is a card for absolutely everyone. What shall we go with? What shall we go with? Messages from your animal spirit guides. That's what we're going to go with. It's a really hard box to open, but these cards shuffle a treat. I wish more cards were printed with this. Well, you can't really see it, but this kind of... it's just like this embossed sort of pattern on the back, and they just don't stick together. It's the only deck I've got that's never stuck together in clumps. You don't have to give it a wash every 5 minutes. Right, card coming up for absolutely everyone who's here watching tonight, or if you're watching this video on the replay in the future. Hi, Charlotte O'Keefe. Great to see you here. This card is for absolutely everyone. Rattlesnake. Take a look at the rattlesnake there. Take a look at the purple border around the rattlesnake. Tons of healing and very earthy gold on the other side of it, okay? So for everyone, keep it grounded, keep it earthy as much as you can. It says, everyone, the experiences that you're presently going through are an initiation into fulfilling your purpose as a healer. Wow, that's actually a very specific card to give to everyone, but there we go. We have identified about this group before that there's a lot of healing energy here. A lot of you already are healers. Don't give up, you're going further, absolutely for sure. Or I'm sure you wouldn't have been drawn to this channel in the first place. But keep looking for that healing. And like the rattlesnake, be prepared to go around a few unexpected corners along the way, because it's all leading to greater healing. The poison is also the cure. That is very true. And it does talk about the experiences you're going through. And in this rather sad world of ours at the moment, we are all going through it, actually, in quite a big way. I noticed the Trump situation hasn't really worked itself out fully, even now. You know, I mean, it's worked itself out by law, but people are still, oh, it's all up in the air. Same difference in Britain, just different people, you know, pushing the same buttons. But I note with interest, actually, that there's an Amazon place trying to unionise. I watched that on democracynow.org this afternoon. They were talking about this Amazon building that's trying to unionise, and Amazon are spending $3,500 an hour trying to persuade these people not to unionise. So somehow Jeff Bezos is on the run. He's not just closing the place down. He's having to play ball with them somehow. He's trying very hard to discourage them. But Jeff Bezos actually having to negotiate, that is something. That is the good starting to come back in the world. So all these crazy, he is horrible. I can't stand him. Slime ball. Absolute scumbag, I think. I don't buy stuff on Amazon anymore for that reason. My daughter lives near an Amazon factory, and she's out of work, so she might end up going there. So, you know, I hope Amazon gets unionized. But just the fact that people are trying and that Bezos is having to give in a little bit shows that the worm is turning, things are improving, and like the card said, the experiences we are going through now have a positive side to them. So that is the positive message from this evening's live. It's the last one of the positive messages. Guys, I've loved this one. It's been fun. I felt really light-hearted through this one. And I'm so grateful to all of you who have entrusted me with bringing a message through from your loved ones in the spirit world. You know, it's a great honor to be able to do that. And, you know, big love, big light, big blessings, and a great amount of peace to all of you. Really appreciate all the comments. Thumbs up, please, if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't pushed it yet, because that really helps. And if you're already subscribed, would you mind, please, just looking down there and seeing if you're still subscribed? Because I think YouTube is unsubscribing people from my channel. And until it really balloons, I just can't have people unsubscribing if I can possibly help it, okay? But anyway, if you've subscribed already, thanks so much, really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel tonight or whenever you're watching this, I really want you to feel welcome here. Come on the lives, ask me a question. Watch out for the uploads, they're going to be coolio too. I will say it again, and I'll say it many more times in future videos. March the 12th, 2021, 1 PM Mountain Time. Celtic Tarot Sheila has very kindly invited me to join her for a session of readings and a session of, you know, whatever Sheila does, basically, whatever Sheila does. I'm so looking forward to that. So, you know, it's all going to be happening. But with that, guys, big blessings to all of you. You know, do kind of say a prayer to the angels before you go to sleep. Links to all good things below. Davey, thanks for coming on. I'm just finishing, mate. The energy has kind of subsided. But thanks for looking in, Davey. Best of luck to you, and I hope you'll join us again very soon. Another live session coming up in 2 or 3 nights' time. Look out, I'll post. If you subscribe, you'll see my post saying when that is going to be, and it's all going to be good. Davey, very understanding of you. Thank you, mate. Big fat good night to everyone. Love, light, blessings, and peace.